So we've got to talk about this Bitcoin price action. Are we about to see another big move to the upside? People right now are very divided in their sentiment as to whether or not this is going to result in another big breakout or potentially a little bit of a pullback. So what we're going to do today is we're going to objectively look at the charts to determine what is most probable to happen, and I'm going to tell you exactly what I do believe is going to be happening to Bitcoin in the next few months. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are well on our way to 200,000 subscribers, and we are telling you what is going to happen before it happens right here. I opened up a trade, let you guys know, $500,000 long trade on Bitcoin at the low of the channel. And then when we came up to the top, I was warning everybody when the ETF news comes out, we're probably going to reject from that Fibonacci golden pocket, gave the setup in advance in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, currently still holding the juicy short trade. So you do not want to miss out on these updates. So let's understand the overall context of the market. Right now, the Bitcoin price has come up to a very important area of resistance. This is the Fibonacci golden pocket from the all-time high of Bitcoin in November 2021 to the low of that bear market in November 2022. We are also coming up to the highest volume node that we have traded since the very beginning of 2021. So this is literally 3 complete years of price action plus the macro golden pocket. And when we take a look at the weekly chart and we look at the candle that we printed here, it does not look very bullish at all. In fact, this is one of the most basic aspects of TA, looking at candlestick patterns. It's called a shooting star. And when you see a shooting star candle, many times it symbols a reversal, right? If we were to flip this chart upside down, we could see that if this was a candle on the weekly time frame right here, bouncing from a golden pocket with a big wick like that, closing well above, we would say this is a very, very bullish candle. But now, just objectively speaking, this looks like a very bearish candle at a key area of resistance. Now, toward the end of April, we have the Bitcoin halving, which has been historically, for the past 3 bull bear market cycles, the catalyst that sparks off the next big bull market where people get extremely euphoric and Bitcoin reaches another all-time high. Now, I want to quickly just go back and look at the historical data here to show you what has happened as we are coming up into that key halving and also as we're coming up into this key level. We can go all the way back to 2012 and take a look at the Bitcoin price during that first major bull market. What happened was we had established a key zone of support during the bull market, and once we lost it, it became key resistance in the bear market. Now, once we reclaimed it heading into that halving, we get a big rally up into the key fib level, and then we get a little bit of a rejection to come back down and test this important support resistance flip. And that's where we get the bounce from, leading into the halving, which then sparks off a massive euphoric bull market for the next year and a half until we hit a new all-time high on Bitcoin. And then we see the same exact pattern repeat, where we have our base of support during the bull market flipped into resistance in the bear market. We get a rally right up into that key Fibonacci resistance, the Fibonacci golden pocket, from the bull market top to the bear market low, where we get a major retracement back down to test that key support before, bam, the next major bull market. And we see this happen again in 2016. Same exact deal. Base of support, rally up to the golden pocket, reject back down to test the base into the halving, and boom, we head off into the next bull market. Now, here we are once again. We've got our base of support that we formed during the bull market, flipped into resistance in the bear market. We've gotten a breakout, a rally right into the key fib level. Are we now going to do what we've done 3 other times to come back down and test our base of support around that? It's a big zone, maybe $27,000 to $32,000, leading to the halving, and we see new all-time highs. In my opinion, this is what is most probable to happen, and this is how I'm currently actually trading this, but it doesn't mean we can't see Bitcoin get another push up in the short term, because when we are looking at higher term timeframes, we don't really care about short-term volatility. If Bitcoin does get another spike up like this, and then eventually rejects and hits our base, on the weekly time frame, our idea is still correct. However, if we zoom down to lower time frames, perhaps we have some opportunities to capitalize on a Bitcoin bounce or even prepare for another place where we can expect a pullback. So let's zoom in on a lower time frame to see what exactly is going on here. Now, I do want to give a big shout out to the Casper Crew VIP Discord taking this juicy short trade from the exact top, because we gave the setup in advance. I actually took this trade live during the VIP New York Open live stream, and we are currently right now in massive profits from that level. By the way, if you want to join the Casper crew VIP Discord, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Go ahead and click the link to join the VIP Discord. Inside the community, not only do we have multiple instructors doing multiple live streams every single day, telling you their plans, showing you how they're trading these markets, but we also have a complete beginner's course. And guys, if you want to trade along with us, I am currently trading right now on MEXC, the best deal on fees out there, where you can buy a whole bunch of altcoins, 0% spot order fees, and great deal on futures fees as well. I'm also trading on ZOOMEX, where I currently have my juicy short open, and I am trading on BingX, where I can trade stocks, Forex, commodities, and indices using Tether as margin. And links for all of these exchanges are in the pinned comment and description of this video if you're interested. Now, when we zoom in on a lower time frame, this is where things do get a bit more interesting, because as we are looking at this massive uptrend that we have been in since September 11th, 2023, the daily time frame has consistently been making higher highs and higher lows in an objective uptrend right here. Now, we topped out at the Fibonacci Golden Pocket, and we've all been watching this $40,000 level to say if the price closes a daily candle below this $40,000 level, well, that's going to be an official change of market structure on the daily time frame, and then we can look for a lower high and then another lower low as we come back down to backtest our key zone of support. However, on Friday, something very interesting happened. We came down and we actually didn't make a lower low, at least not on any of these exchanges here. The only place we made a lower low was actually on the futures, the CME futures chart, where you can see right here, we had these lows and the Bitcoin price dipped down below and then actually closed the Friday candle back above that level. And we experienced a bit of a short squeeze on Friday. If you saw my live stream, where I actually hopped into a nice little long trade once I saw a 30-minute bullish engulfing candle. So what does this mean? This means there actually is an opportunity right now for a bit more of a short squeeze. And there's three very important levels that I'm looking for if this upward action continues throughout the next few days. First of all, let me just say this, that I am still looking for Bitcoin to go sideways and down for the next few weeks leading up to the halving, because historically speaking, that is what happens when we come to the Fibonacci Golden Pocket. But if we are going to hold above this level right now, which we have been doing, we have to acknowledge the fact that on some of these time frames, things are getting quite bullish. First of all, the daily time frame is about to print a green dot right here on market Cipher B, which, historically speaking, even if we are in a bit of a downtrend, those green dots do give us movement to the upside, right? Let's go back even when we were in a bear market. These big green dots on the daily time frame give us a little bit of a movement to the upside. So printing a green dot will give us a move to the upside. When we come down to some of these lower time frames, like the 3-hour time frame, we have printed a nice big bottom here. And we have also now seen money flow across the upside. On the 2-hour, when we look at market Cipher B, what are we seeing? We are seeing, as the price is getting lower over time, the momentum waves are getting higher over time, giving us a bullish divergence. The money flow is also giving us a bullish divergence, which is a very powerful signal. And locally, as we made this last little low right here on Friday, we saw a local bullish divergence on the 2-hour time frame, with the money flow also getting higher as well. And so this is showing that there is potential right now for some upside, potentially to wreck a lot of people who are trying to short the bottom here. Now, we don't know for certain if this squeeze is going to continue. It is a weekend, and so far we haven't seen any real buyers step in here. But if we do start to see buyers step in, and especially if price can reclaim $44,000, that could spark off a massive short squeeze that could bring us up to these two very important levels. The first level that we need to be aware of is going to be the Fibonacci Golden Pocket retest from that high that we made right here on Thursday, January 11th to the low. And that's going to be around $46,000. We can just clearly see that this right here could lead to an inverted head and shoulders pattern, with the breakout literally being right here to the top of this little chunk of price action right around that Fibonacci Golden Pocket, which would basically fill this entire smooth move down. Okay, that is one potential that could happen here that we really need to be prepared for, because technically speaking, we're just coming down to support with some bullish signs, right? The second thing we need to be aware of is the fact that that Fibonacci Golden Pocket retest is not just one level, right? It is a zone. So if we go to the daily time frame and we zoom out here, and we pull that fib once again from the high to the low, we can see that, yeah, we hit into that 618, but we didn't hit into that 0.65 level. So something else we could do, and what Bitcoin loves to do, is go ahead and just take that high one more time with continued bearish divergence, and then we can come back down to the low of the range. Bitcoin loves to do this. Look at what happened at the all-time high of Bitcoin, right? What do? We put in a high, and then we come and we take that high again, and then we get the move to the downside, right? We also did that right here as well. Put in first high, put in a second high, and then we get the move to the downside. So these are two places to be aware of. First of all, $46,000. Second of all is going to be taking that high. But the thing we really need to keep in mind here is people are going to be getting very, very bullish if we start to put in a new high on Bitcoin. But we need to be looking at our oscillator because the money flow on market Cipher B is coming down. The momentum waves are coming down as the daily time frame. And even if we do something like this and get a green dot, we would continue to see bearish divergences here, even if the daily time frame puts in another little higher high. We continue to see the momentum and the money flow getting lower. And it's very important that we understand where we're at as far as the macro cycle of being at that key resistance before what historically has been the big pullback leading into the halving and then the major bull market. So for me, I'm still keeping my eyes on some of these levels, right? I am prepared to potentially hold the long trade I took on Friday up to some of these levels. And I'm also going to be holding this short trade from here, but understanding that if this short trade does come back up to my entry and get stopped out at the entry after securing some profits, I can look for another short trade at this 0.65 level, right? Don't lose sight of the forest for the trees. You know, the forest right now is telling us that sideways and down is most probable within the next few weeks. But some of those trees looking kind of dang bullish, all right? So guys, that is it for today's video. May God bless you all in the name of Jesus, Yeshua the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray you and your family are super blessed. And I will see everybody in the next video. Peace!